Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be back to the channel for Call of Duty news. So it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, especially coming back for Modern Warfare, the beta. And it's very excited for this weekend. If you guys are excited for the beta, leave it a thumbs up button. Be glad to appreciate it. And Seth, leave in the comments how you like the beta and how you enjoy it. I'm going to break it down what my opinions, my first impression is for this Modern Warfare beta. Right on. And before we start off, make sure if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button. Be glad to appreciate it. Will help a brother out. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It'll help the channel grow. For more Modern Warfare, if you guys want me to bring in some Black Ops 4, into the channel too, let me know in the comments below. But let's jump into it. But today we're going to break down different sections of the game itself. So it makes it easier for me to the negatives and the positives about the game itself. We're going to start off about the game itself. I like the game a lot to a certain degree. There's a lot of things that need to be, a little bit of fix, but not as much as you can see very clearly of it. But especially the maps look great. There's no 3 lanes what we're accustomed seeing in previous Call of Duties. They're all over the place. You can open up doors, get into the areas. Sometimes the doors make a lot more noise so people know exactly where you're at. But it's pretty new, different for this year's Call of Duty, which is pretty good. You don't want, the same as previous and stuff like that, which is, their ideas is pretty cool. The other new things I like into it is the map layouts. When you spawn, it kind of reminds me of a Battlefield 4. If you guys ever played Battlefield 4, it kind of reminds me. So when you spawn back in, it basically, you can see the entire map before you spawn in. The only thing I don't like, the negative I don't like about it is the delay. It takes too long to load into the game. And it kind of gets frustrating because when you get killed, you want to get back in the game and find that person and kill them, or get kills and stuff like that. That's the only thing that bothers me. Another good thing I noticed too, if someone's across the map, you can actually see them by the gleam of the little white light. Another feature was also in the Battlefield. If you guys see people sniping on Battlefield, you can definitely see where they're at, 110%. But other than that, the maps look great. Only I think it's as here cave. I didn't like that very much because everybody pretty much camps in the map. Sorry about the noise in the outline. I have my window because it's pretty warm. But that's the only one I don't like, especially. But the map itself, I know a lot of people have big controversies about the mini map, and a lot of people don't like it because it's not there. I'm 50-50 into it. I'm not 100% into the mini map. I could tell you a couple reasons why. One, I played a lot of hardcore since Black Ops 2. I never really cared for the mini map, but as the Call of Duty starts to be more and more advanced type deal, people tend to lean more to the camp. I started playing a little bit more core in World War II and Black Ops 4, and people were more aggressive, running around, not sitting in corners majority of the time when there's a mini map, because pretty much they know everywhere you're at. They know that you're in a corner. They know if you're around that wall, you can basically defend yourself if someone's shooting you in the back. You could turn around or basically defend yourself. In this game, I can't even turn around quick enough to defend myself at all. I basically have to try to run out of dodge, and sometimes it kind of freezes to the point that you don't get there around that corner quick enough, and you get shot. You don't have no way to defend yourself. I have personal experience in hardcore without the mini map because a lot of people do camp, and Black Ops 4 is a prime game that I can tell you right off the bat. People sit in corners. When I play core, you don't see a lot of that going on. And I know people are gonna, I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter, on YouTube, why we don't need the mini map. It's not a big deal. It kind of is if you play coming from a hardcore standpoint and you come in playing core a little bit, because you see the difference. You really see the difference. Compare in hardcore, you see people sitting in the corners, and core you don't. People are more aggressive, they're moving around, and you can defend yourself more often. Those are the only negative things I have. I don't see it as a big negative on it, but the only negative thing I have is the delay jumping back into the game. But my opinion on the game is the mechanics itself. The slides are still there. Oh yeah, Another thing I don't like as much as maybe I have to get used to it is the lean. I'm not a big fan on the lean at all. Rainbow Six Siege, I'm not saying it's the same as it, but Rainbow Six Siege, you can manually hit the thumbstick and you can hit left or right, whatever you want to lean. In this game, you can't do that. You can't do it at all. It automatically leans. I hate that because 9 out of 10, your head's sticking out, boom, pop, your head's gone, and you're dead. So those are only the two big things I don't like is the spawn late and basically the lean. That's not a big fan of that. The game itself pretty much reminds me of Battlefield, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Ghost, an all-in-one big game. Some of the maps are good. The layouts are pretty nice and stuff like that, but those are the only main two complaints I have in the map itself. I like the new things they add into it that you can drop from the helicopter coming in a truck. I like when they come up with new creativities because if you use the same thing, I can give you a prime example right now. Black Ops 3. They came in with the jump and you can do different mechanics and stuff like that and the specialists and stuff like that. Then Infinite Warfare copy the same thing, basically paste and copy and paste onto their game and add a little bit more different things to theirs. I like new stuff coming in, different ideas from different developers because it makes the game interesting, in my opinion. Moving on, the game modes. The game modes they're up in the air. I give it a 5 out of 5 because the game modes, you're only playing TDM and domination, and it's in mixery. So sometimes you might not play a couple games into TDM until after a couple games of domination. The domination comes from 6v6 or 10v10 in domination and TDM. I'm not a big fan of domination, especially I haven't played in the past as much since Ghost. I like TDM and I like more of a kill confirm or free for all. I'm not a big fan of of domination because, especially when they add the 10v10, it is like they should rename it to Domination Chaos. It is a chaos mess. When you're on C, you try to get the B, someone's already on C already. Or if you're on A and you try to get the B, someone's on A already. So it's all over the place, and I'm not a big fan of it. Especially, they have an option that you can filter out what you want to play, and you can't do that right now, and it's kind of irritating at times. But that's the only minor complaint I have about the game. Other than that, the game modes are pretty fun. The 10v10 is pretty fun. You have a lot of players. You get more kills. Especially the 10 versus 10 team deathmatch, it's up to 100. 6 versus 6 is 75. Now we're moving on. We're going to jump on to the weapons. The assault rifles were pretty okay. My favorite is the M4A1. It's one of my favorite. I use a lot in this beta since it came out. It's one of my ultimate favorites. The M13 was pretty good. And I haven't used much of the AK-47U. No, it's AK-47. Sorry. The rest of the guns are still locked. The cap is 10, so I didn't use the other of the guns yet. The SMG, they're basically pointless in this game right now because, like I said, there's no mini-map, so everybody's just sitting in corners. So you're running around with an MP7 or an MP5, you're getting wrecked because everybody's hiding in corners or hiding in the spawn. So SMG are basically pointless. The LMGs are okay. I haven't used them as much. Throughout the beta, I'll probably use more of the LMG to get more, feelings of them. So I can't really say much about the LMGs. The sniper rifles, you can hit anybody on the body, any part of the map, anywhere you want. You can hit them in their pinky toe. Basically, they're dropping. It's overpowered. Sniper rifle, it's like you can hit from a pinpoint drop, and that person's dropping. You ain't got to hit them in the head. And that's kind of irritating because if you try to run that sniper rifle, especially the AX50, you're done soon you get hit with it. Next up is the marksman rifle. I haven't used it much. I saw a lot of people using the MK2 carbon. You got to learn how to play with them to use the marksman rifles. I haven't used them at all, but during the beta I probably will use it more. The shotguns is mostly mooring a lot of people's complaints. I played the Alpha 2v2 gunfight, and the shotguns were pretty powerful in that game. I mean, you can obliterate somebody in that game, and probably snipe them across the map from it. It looks like they took a nerf, because the guns, you got to hit three to four shots to a person's body, and they weren't like that in the Alpha. Trust me, I played it, and it was the shotguns from the Alpha compared to the Beta was totally different, and they look like they nerfed it pretty good. Last one is pistols. The pistols were pretty decent, especially the M19 got a buff during the Alpha because it was pretty crappy, which I'm kind of happy they balanced the pistols, because in Black Ops 4 the pistols in that game are overpowered. Every single one of them, no matter where you at, you're getting popped with the pistol. They're overpowered. I'm glad they managed, basically balance, the Deagle and the M19. I didn't use the rest of them yet because they're still locked. The level capping is up to 10 right now, so I can't lock anything else right now. But most of the guns in the game are pretty cool, especially you got to learn how to use them, because most of them have a big kick to them. So if you don't use them properly, you're not going to bounce your shots off right away. Even if you have a grip or a vertical grip, you're not going to get a good clean shot off unless you basically learn how to shoot with them, especially if you stand in one spot. If you're running with them, the gun's bouncing all over the place. The guns, when you shoot them, the smoke coming out of them makes it feel more realistic. They're pretty cool. And at it all, as I counted, there are at least 32 guns in the game, in the beta itself. Very shocking for a beta. Previous betas, they didn't have a lot of guns. But basically, those are my first impressions of the beta right now. Especially give this game a 7 out of 10, because some of the guns, especially the MP7, when you're shooting and you run out of bullets, it kind of freezes to the point you can't reload fast enough. Usually when you run out of bullets, the gun automatically reloads without even clicking a button. But this game, it kind of freezes, and I'm not a big fan of it. And but other than that, the game is pretty good. It's pretty nice. I like the game a lot, but I have to play more into it to give my final impression at the Monday for the first week of the beta. I'll make sure I have a video for that. But other than that, the guns feel great. My first impression, like I said, Battlefield 4, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and Ghost put together in one game, and that's basically your Modern Warfare 2019. And it feels great. So if you guys are on the PlayStation, let me know in the comments if you guys tried the game, how you like it. Open betas this Saturday through Monday. Next week, Xbox and PlayStation. So pre-order it. For next week, Xbox, you get 5 days. If you don't, you only get 3 days. So try to get pre-order so you can play 5 days, get the the feeling of the game, and see how you like it. I tell a lot of my friends, you got to try it for yourself to see how you like it. And that's why it's cool they have this open beta. But those are my first impressions for Modern Warfare. If you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure you hit a like button. Gladly appreciate. Subscribe for more Modern Warfare beta. This weekend we'll be playing a lot of more games. If you guys want gameplay, certain gun gameplays, let me know what gun in the bottom of the comments below. I'll try to make that happen. If you probably making another video on the menus of the game, because they added new stuff in the game. Make sure you check that out. But anyways, if you guys are new, subscribe. If you guys like today's video, like any other ideas in the game you like or you don't like, make sure you put them, start a conversation below and tell me what you guys think. I'm PR Mike, and I'm out, and see you guys on the next video. Peace.